in addition to their course fees. A few art and architecture students have encountered problems with the levies, so we went to investigate.
We get it for workshop, and we get free access to the workshop, and like obviously, depending on what materials they have, like wood and like adhesive and stuff like that, we get that for free. What else do we use?
Well, I mean, for the £50, I don't think it's actually. I don't know where does it go, to be honest, because there is a lot of facilities that can be improved, such as for us personally, there should be more printers.
I started off the materials levy, so I actually sought for it to be created about 10 years ago. And the reason I asked for it to be made, to be levied, was because there are certain situations where we need some funds for students which go beyond the curriculum. Very often it has to be said that parents pay that money up front, so that it's actually a useful way of getting more out of the parents to support the students, and it's very egalitarian because we know that that money will be there for everyone.
Personally, I don't think we have actually got our money's worth. I mean, now we're in our second year, we've only actually made one canvas and stuff like that. There's been no like official guidance of what sort of like stuff we're meant to have from our levy, because we paid £270, which is £90 per year, and that doesn't like add up. They've said that they've used our levy so far to buy £1,400 worth of canvas. What happens if you don't want to do paintings? If you want to be a sculpture person, then where's your money going to go to? Is it going to go towards your aluminium? I don't know.
It appears that material levies certainly are a cause for debate at the University of Westminster. When the process works, it works well, but communication is key. If you have a problem with your material levy, speak to your course leader. BBC English has been the voice of broadcasting since radio began. But is this really how we all talk? We spoke to Charles Carroll, a freelance broadcaster with over 30 years of experience in the business.
We have yet to have anybody with, shall we say, the less fashionable accents. There are no strong West Country accents reading the news. There are no strong West Midlands accents reading the news at national level. You might say, well, you know, there should be. There are people around who would say, God, no, anything but. Simply because that accent at the moment has certain connotations that are attached to it, quite unfairly, that say it doesn't sound right.
They should broaden out and experience more stuff instead of being, or they will never know what's going on.
I think the BBC is becoming far more open to regional dialects. In some senses it always was. There wasn't much point in having a local radio station in, say, Cumbria, entirely staffed by people with RP accents, because the local people in Cumbria would just think, well, these people have got nothing to do with us.
Do you think RP is dying out?
No, I don't think it is. RP has been around for a very long time. It's appropriate to a wide section of the audience, particularly in a station like Radio 4, Radio 3, the BBC World Service. The majority of the voices that you will hear on there are RP, simply because it works, and to some extent it might be regarded as being classless, and therefore you can speak to a large section of the audience. I would suggest that you can't tell what class I am.
I'd say he's upper class.
Someone about age around 60, British, of an upper class.
He sounds very upper class. He knows what he's talking about.
You can't tell how rich I am, you can't tell where I come from, you can't tell what sort of education I've had.
I wouldn't say he's that much street. Sounds like he's had a good education.
You know nothing at all about my background. You might guess at it, but it would be based on the way I'm speaking. Now, you would be assuming that because I speak like other people you've heard, and they perhaps have a certain background, so do I. But you might not be right.
Although there is no standard broadcasting voice, it does seem there is a shift to a more varied range of voices. In the future there may be less BBC English and more of what you may hear on the street.
just the initiations in the rugby team. Yes. They're only babies, so that's why they have to wear nappies.
They're all fighting for a cause, really, and that cause is becoming part of the team. And to become a part of the team, there needs to be some kind of selfless act, and this is the selfless act. This is what makes us a team, not individual players.
Lot of nuts, lot of snags, lot of holes, lot of cracks, lot of cracks, lot of nagging.
I think it's funny, so...
Would you stand up and show us the giant nappy?